And Aragon is on Trastamara's side, right? Oh, they've made peace. The civil war ended inconclusively. Trastamara is indeed allied with Aragon and Flanders, so I think Aragon would be a good choice for me in order to weaken Castile. So we're going to choose you. I choose you. Automated construction and budget. Nope, we're turning those off. Okay, the next thing I need to double check is my income. So we did take a loan, which is really irritating me. And we're going to need to pay that back as soon as possible. It's going to be 100 plus ducats. Ugh. We do still have a free advisor slot, but that's irrelevant to my interests right now. There's the tech penalty. Right, can I have any other allies? No, so 3 was my alliance limit. Okay, good to know. You're still going to Lyonnais, that's fine. And we are basically out of manpower, so we need to fix that. Currently we gain 89 a month. Alright, so you lot are going to drill, we'll get professionalism, we'll get drill skill. And that should be good. Alright, trade. Yeah, we still don't own very much of the English coast, which is of the channel, which is annoying. Oh, hold on, we're not even collecting. I've lost a merchant along the way. Right, that should help. Give us another ducat a month. If I have turned off you guys completely, stopped you drilling, that would probably fix our money. We do have 2 war cogs here. That can be protecting trade in the Western Mediterranean, seeing as I actually have some control over that. And then you guys can just go ahead and mothball, I think. Not expecting very much from the French Navy currently. Royal marriage from Aragon? Absolutely. Relations with Rome have improved to the maximum. Tribal disunity within the White Horde. Release Blue Horde from being a vassal tribe. Lose 15 loyalty, minus 50 stability points. One of the 3 will happen. 30% nothing, 50% another 50%, or 20% they lose a stability. Ouch. I'm glad I'm not a horde. Hey, it's Italia, how are you? Right, is there anyone else that I want to try to befriend? Because I do have a free diplomat still. Oh, I have a mission as well. Strategic marriages. Have at least 3 marriages. Yeah, I can do that. Done. And we are now earning money, albeit only just. And these guys should be pretty happy with us. So they've lost a fair amount of loyalty. It's because it's a ticking loyalty reduction while they have troops and things out. So their treasury is now almost 400. They have a lot of additional soldiers because they actually made a fair amount of money out of that war. And I'm actually okay with this. I want my estates to be strong because I want them to pay for the armies that I use in the future. But don't worry, that will be curtailed as well. Papal consistory meets. A consistory was a meeting of the cardinals of the Catholic Church, held about twice a year. It was an opportunity for popes to decide matters of faith, dispense justice, and seek the support or advice of the cardinals. Basicata and Pronessa, Estremadura and Arasanis. No, just select. There's not enough French cardinals appearing here. Also, the Papal States looks poised to take the seat again, so I'm going to spend a little bit of influence and make sure that I can retain control over the Curia. Doing good. Started recruitment process regarding Holy Fury. Sent you a message in Discord. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'm interested. Let me just double check what you said before I commit. But yes, I'm interested. Has there actually been an announcement of when release is? I mean, it's a bit difficult to promise time now if it's not going to be released for another 2 months, 3 months. But I've added it to my list of tabs, which is my way of saying this is my to-do list. Why has chat disappeared? Because I'm an idiot. It's gone again. There it is. There. Notifications. Cool. Not yet, that's why times are going to be revisited once announced. Ah, fair enough. Return of the King. As peace has been negotiated, our ruler comes back to the throne. Things should now come back to normal. So we have a 543 on the throne and 543 as an heir. Excellent. So we're actually going to start generating some decent monarch points, which for the past 3 years we haven't been. 4 years, in fact. Exceptionally cold year. Low solar activity is causing cooler than average global temperatures. The effects are likely to be felt globally. Well, at least it's not just me. Donate state lands to the church. No. Hell no. One thing I could do actually is mothball forts. We do have 7 of them up. And that would earn me a lot more money. I'm going to do that. It doesn't look like there's any revolt risk chance right now because I've been very generous in terms of state subsidies and sponsorships for the estates. So that's good. Are there any other things I wish to do? I would say go ahead and improve relations with neighbours. Yeah. Right, and I can also make states. How many states can I make? 1. Aragon declared war on Fez. With the death of Philippe de Rouve, we have an opportunity to fully integrating the Duchy of Burgundy into the realm. As it is, we can't politically annex it into the royal domain, but we could have it ruled by the king in a personal union. This option will not please the Burgundians, but they would be willing to accept the king's cadet son, the young Philippe the Bold, as duke and vassal to the king. In any case, Marguerite, widow of Philippe de Rouve, will get back her titles of Countess of Artois and Bourgogne. 664 with a strong claim becomes ruler for Artois. She's pretty good. So Jean de Bont is right guy. Release Burgundy from being a vassal, make Burgundy a junior partner. Philippe should be. Current heir Philippe will die. Current ruler Philippe de Bois will die. Philippe de Valois with a strong claim becomes ruler. Burgundy gets Marguerite's marriage. We'll let the Burgundians find their own duke. I'm going to say Philippe. Which I guess means I lose my heir, but hopefully we have a spare. Charles. Oh no, Charles was already. Philippe is a different guy. Alright, we're good. Choose a policy regarding our vassal. Below is a list of actions you can take to award your vassal. You can take such a decision once per monarch. Note that this can lead to an increase of your vassal's liberty desire. Vassal integration process is affected by years of vassalage. Vassalage development under 100 being centralized. Vassal of related culture, admin tech level, etc, etc, etc. So Burgundy is a full-on vassal. No, it's not. It's not even the most wealthy. Orléans is. And Anjou. Artois assimilation at 0%, provided no changes should end in years. I'm going to say nothing at the moment because it literally just became a vassal. And I guess this means we've got Artois because they have no orders. Which would somewhat suggest that they've not been doing anything. So I'm going to say go ahead and siege for now. Or defensive. No, go and siege. Because, yeah, subjugation of vassals is, or integration of vassals is now done through decisions rather than actual policy thing. Okay, we are now earning money. This is good. Royal marriage from Blois? No. So we did gain... What did we gain from that? Because Burgundy is still there. I have a feeling we already owned all of this stuff, didn't we? Nevers has an awful lot of claims throughout France. This is kind of scary. That's Brabant. Oh! Appanages can have their own vassals. And their own alliances. I guess within the appanages, so they can do their own power struggles. So it's like a vassal system inside of a vassal system. So, CK2, in other words. So I guess it means that they can't declare, like, international wars, but can declare internal. I guess. A new sickness has overtaken the people of Palermo, killing many and setting the stage for a plague upon the region. For the poor souls, dark days lie ahead of us. Not of us, we're not Palermo. Right, I want to take a look at the ledger because I want to see how scary England's looking right now, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be really scary. England's army is not as scary as it was last time. What? 4,000 men. They have a lot of manpower though. And a much higher force limit. Because I think their government is more centralised. I can bless the ruler. Right, because we're not an interregnum anymore. Which will give me more prestige, which I think is a good idea. We'll do it. And we are still first in line for the throne. Glorious. Mission fulfilled. Dynastic reputation. Have a prestige of at least 40. Gain 50 diplo power. Sweet. Impress diplomats. Urban development of at least 10 ducats. Improve relations. An alliance network. Number of allies at least 3. However, we stopped to stabilise the country. We just needed one more stability and then we get that one. And actually, I think that this would be a good opportunity to take a look at how the court and everything works. So, stability and national quality, assessing the stability of France. From here, we can assess our attempts to further stabilise our regime and France at large. Our administration is consistently working towards this effort, and each year that we produce a total of 10 stability points, modified by our stability cost modifier. The higher your stability above 0, the more points it costs to improve your stability score. Going from 0 to 1 costs 150, 1 to 2, 200, and 2 to 3, 300. We can also take numerous policies to improve our state of stabilisation, all of which can be found in the policies menu. Right, yes, that's how I did the centralisation. So we're currently earning 15 points per year with a yearly modifier of 1.5. We have 66 points, we need 150. We're currently 9.8% urbanised. Level 6 development, level 4 court, education level 6, art and culture level 2, no urban production bonus. I will like to check education. Education level 55% change per last year, 2.6%, it's gone up a lot. There is a lot of money in education, 4,500 ducats, with an annual church contribution of 37. I think that is fine. Education is improving admirably. And then the court. Change last year of 0.016, so our court level is going up. Court wealth of 931. Bonus from the capital of 15. Speaking of capital, buildings. I was going to talk about buildings and never did, and it's good to see that the populations are now balanced out as we're actually getting aristocrats. Right, Right, aristocrats. Let's read about that first of all. The upper class population of this province is 9, with each providing 0.1 trade power. The upper class represents 5% of the population at all times. They control most of the power, influence and wealth in a society, and also the primary recipients of education. So the more aristocrats you have in your population, the more technology you get, or rather technology bonuses, and the higher educated your population is. That's generally how well educated your aristocracy is. Right, back to buildings. Buildings has been changed somewhat. There is a much larger number of buildings, and buildings can themselves be built by estates. So for example, the great nobles will be building their own barracks and money makers and stuff like that, but the provinces owned by the state can also be upgraded. There is more of an upgrade chain. So for example, if we wanted to upgrade markets or trade, we would go through the chain to Merchant Guild, then Merchant's Quarter, and then finally the Customs House. Or if we wanted to do Navy, we could get a shipping port, then upgrade to either a trade wharf or a shipwright, which is the military harbour, and then upgrade through those. Education, universities, we've already got a renowned university, which is nice. Arts, opera, rural production, mining, etc, etc, etc. Warehouses, banks, foreign trade posts. But the thing which is really different here are roads, forts, and yeah, just roads and forts actually. These are upgraded over time with money, so they cost a lot more than like the other things because they're an infrastructure project. And you can talk to the province and say, I want you to start building some roads, and it will say, okay, you need 2,000 ducats worth of money, or 2,000 ducats worth of resources to build these roads, and you can spend ducats on it. You can tell the locals to do it, which will basically assign a proportion of their output to that, or you can spend manpower on it. So if you had lots and lots of manpower, you could say, right, I'm going to use the army to build these roads, or I'm going to use the army to build this fort. Forts work in the same way, to get all of that stuff going. And then also irrigation canals. Irrigation canals, I think, improve your urban growth level? The, what was it called? Urban gravity. I think that's how you improve that. So, irrigation canals aren't on this screen. So here's a tell you. So yeah, the more buildings that get built, all of the money that these cost is put into a pool, which is your urban infrastructure. So we currently have more than 4,000 ducats invested into Paris, and we started with most of these buildings, thankfully. Like the Great City Hall cost 1,800 to build. It's a lot. So all construction in this province goes up by 230%. So these costs are going to be quite a lot more than some of the other costs of the smaller regions. So building up the little guys is going to be relatively cheap, while if you want to further improve your big cities or big provinces, that's going to get more and more costly, although the output is probably also going to be better. Another facet to consider are the centres of trade and the centres of production. There is a difference. So the centre of trade increases your trade power, your force limits, your naval force limits, and also gives urban gravity bonuses. The centres of trade, I think, are mutable. They will move around depending on where most of the trade is being done, and can be themselves modified by the level of your trade and economy construction. Then there's also a centre of production. I'm going to see if I have one. Pretty sure I do. Apparently I don't. Leoness, are you a centre of production? You must be. No. Right, so usually those are listed in here. So this is showing that the entire world is currently suffering from a food shortage. So nobody has enough farming to fully feed their entire population because of the cold age that we're currently living through, or the cold winter, I should say. Yeah, so that's what all the yellow icons are. Then there are other icons meaning different things. So for example, province trade power here, 6.5. Here it's... Wait, no it's not. That's just... Yeah, it is. Right, where's the... There, centre of production. So centres of production do increase trade power. They also give quite a hefty bonus to urban gravity. So if you have an area which you're building a lot of factories and the economic line, these guys, then you have a better chance of the centre of production moving to that province, which will improve your output and also increase the number of urban population who are growing in that area. So, for example, Lyonesse, we probably want it to be a centre of production because of the decrease in trade skill that we're getting, and we need the 74 urban production skill in order to keep the silk here. So we're going to keep having to pay out money to keep the silk merchants happy until that happens. So one of the things we probably would like to do is get the corporation guild built here, which will cost us 700 ducats. It'll increase the base urban gravity, which will mean more urban people coming in. It'll also increase the urban gravity modifier, which means more people coming in. But more importantly, the urban production power, which I think is derived into the production skill. So production skill will grow over time depending on your production power. Oh man, there's a lot of different things going on. Thankfully, most of this stuff is kind of automated, so it's just going on under the surface. So if you want to have more production appearing in a province, you build production buildings there. And then the way that you prioritize where's production, where's manpower, where's trade, where's shipping, so that you're not just building everything in one place and therefore expanding the costs, means that you do need to think a little bit about where you're specializing and all that jazz. Cool. We've got a level 5 shock. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I'm kind of annoyed that England managed to steal a bunch of territories from us here. So what did that actually take? Wasn't you? Haguenau, maybe? No, I don't think so. Because I thought they took Poitiers. But they didn't. I don't know. Royal marriage from Artois. So we keep on getting royal marriage offers. Well, that's probably because we're still one under. We do have an alliance with Blois. We have an alliance with Blois? Why? Scotland alliance, Aragon alliance, Blois alliance. Oh, which is these guys, who I was trying to use to fight against Montfort. Yeah, okay. I do want a royal marriage with you. So I will accept your offer. Thank you. That just gave me a new consort too. So Jean the Second is cruel, so his unrest increase and stability increase. Stability cost increase and also prestige. So he's kind of a arse. When can I get rid of you? Must be 60 or I've ruled for 20 years. So not another 19, basically. And we could make another state. We could be super optimistic and turn Normandy into a state. In fact, I think that's one of the things that was different too. I had 2 provinces in Normandy. Couldn't tell you which one though. Hey Hearte. You are looking at MEIOU and Taxes mod for EU4. Which makes this game way more in-depth and complicated and crazy. But we're in a peaceful era right now. I'm just letting time pass and letting my economy recover. I want to repay some loans. We could ask the Burghers for a little bit of a hand. Demand support from Burghers. The Burghers may not be the most willing participants in war, but they are flush with cash that makes them very powerful friends to have in peacetime. Even for the purposes of war, you can draft warships as well as insist they help in supporting your mercenary armies. So mercenaries, they can reduce the maintenance by 15%. They can give us quite a lot of stability. And Burghers also have a urban gravity modifier plus 25% minus 3 unrest. Demand money on the pretense of a loan. That really pisses them off though. That will reduce their loyalty quite substantially. And also cost them 2.5 years worth of their income. Trade power abroad, trading increase in range. I think I want to do an expansion of city citizenship. I think that's a good idea. We want urban gravity modifiers because that will mean that my cities grow and therefore become more productive. Now, why is... One of the things that I don't like about this mod is it doesn't let you hover over these numbers and tell you what the hell is going on. Like, why is their loyalty constantly going down? I've been really nice to them. General of Merit, 45 Tradition. Corvée Labour, Unrest, State Maintenance Reduction. Unrest Reduction, which would be quite nice. Rural population growth has increased by 12%. Especially while people are starving, but I don't really want their loyalty to go down to 25. That would seem like a terrible plan. Could also get manpower. I can only do that every 10 years. It would cost them 1 year of income. No, I need their powers to improve, or their loyalty to improve. How's your army looking now? 18 regiments to my 5. That's probably one of the reasons that they're disloyal. I do wish there was some more information about that, though. Like, why is this happening? Their treasury is growing, their annual income is down, but I suspect that's slightly weighted at the start anyway. But hey, I'm quite happy to sit back and make some money. We probably have a fair amount of devastation to burn. Actually, we don't. We kept a lot of the fighting to Aquitaine, which is not ours. We have a bit of devastation in Picardy. A bit in Normandy, but that's it. Jean has loose lips. Wow, he is just going from bad to worse. Can we please get rid of this joker? I worked hard to get my 72 prestige. Yo, bugger. How's their liberty desire? There isn't any, that's good. Hath death not quenched its thirst? The plague will soon be upon us. We already see the pillars of smoke in neighbouring provinces. Alas, that our people might share the same fate. This plague is as bad as most. We should be thankful it's no worse. We shall endure. Now please kill the king. So right now, bad things are happening. So we've got food shortages everywhere, which is reducing production efficiency, which is reducing money as well. Although it is increasing the local rural goods produced, but those aren't usually as valuable as the trade products like salt and fish and iron, metal goods, silk, etc. Moderate plague, mild plague. Okay, so the plague is currently spreading through here. Oh no, it's hit us. Local trade power minus 10%, production efficiency minus 10%, rural goods plus 1, attrition plus 1, local defensiveness minus 10, autonomy change plus 0.4. Alright. The plague has come. The first reports of the plague in our provinces, we have not been spared the lash. What depths of depravity were the wretched deeds of man that God sought the need to return such misery to the world. Some say that we should accept the punishment that God metes out, for the men of purity and virtue shall be spared. Cynical minds say we should be prepared. Hope this will be nice and calm. You just had a huge fight with a fellow DM. I hope so. I'm certainly not intending to go completely bonkers crazy. No more than usual anyway. I want to see if there's any more diplomacy I can do. No, not really. No more alliances I can do. Support independence. Ooh. I could support the independence of Holland. Who is Holland under? Junior partner of Bayern Straubing. So, a German. Not my problem.